I was born in Morecambe and my mother had a guest house, so that was how we started out. And then I went into working always in financial services, starting at radio rentals and ending in a company that was plastic moulding things, which is where I met Gus. He walked past the reception where I was the office manager, and he walked past and it was wearing the whitest coat that you could ever imagine. And I thought, wow. And he thought, wow. We worked together. I was the manager of the office, reporting to the managing director, and he was the factory manager and buyer. And we worked together for 5 years before we got married. That is a perfect picture of Gus. Really is. He couldn't have been better. He seemed as if he was a solitary man, and in some ways he was. But if you became a friend, you were a friend for life. Well, I'm not actually sure where he actually got it from, but the little anchor he got from Amazon. As soon as the weather turned a little bit chilly, he wore it everywhere. And everybody used to call him the pipe man or the hat man. And he loved it. He loved it. He ran away to sea when he was 18 because he didn't want to work in a bank. And he enjoyed being at sea, and that continued for the rest of his life. He became a petty officer, and he was an engineer, and he loved it. But he had to retire at some point because of other reasons. And but the sea was his life, really. But yeah, he was a sailor all his life, although he went into plastic industry. My eldest son had been in a car accident, and I rang him up and said, Andrew's in shock, the car's in the drive damaged, and can you come? And my mother said, and we were drinking a cup of tea, everything had settled down, why don't you two get married? So we did, the week after. It was just the 5 of us. He went back to work, and I bought the boys some new shoes. And as I sat there, I thought, I got married this morning. And that was it. Because he was living somewhere else in his own house and I had mine. And so he said, when he married me, his mother-in-law, 2 sons, 2 cats, and a budgerigar called George. And we had 38 years of happily married life. Nothing was ever too good for us all. He was a very, very lovely man. And his last words were that I had to be looked after when he died 5 weeks ago. Being honest, being able to compromise without being angry, even if you do go away thinking I was right. But yes, talk things through, don't hold back. And we've been very happy. He could even turn my trousers up and do the hems because he'd been a sailor. Well, Northamptonshire was the main place that we lived, and I belonged to the U3A and the subsidiaries that come with that. I started with 4 friends, a group for the over 55s. We had 20 members when we started, and we soon had 80 members. We had lovely speakers from a gardener up to the Toastmaster of London, which was all very exciting, and had to close when the COVID came because things shut down. The other things I did was more like social things, with helping people find the right people for whatever their needs may be. Coffee mornings to support them. And I did 3 of those, and I also sang in the church choir, and we went round residential homes singing. So yes, I had a very busy life and a full-time job to start with, and then I retired. But I enjoyed every minute of that because I'm a social person. And that's what coming here has done as well, because there's lots of social things to do. Coming here meant I could carry on those sort of interests. Outings from here would be wonderful. Going to Wimbledon, something I never expected to do. But in-house activities are all good. And I am, as I said, a social person. I would say that as soon as you feel able and help, people help. And I would think you have to gradually integrate them in and stop them being scared of the size of and the number of people, because that can be overpowering. And so I try to help people adjust to being in it, because it is a big thing, So suddenly go from a house to what virtually a one-roomed home, and it can be intimidating. So I enjoy helping people settle in.